Hey guys, this is Clinton Jeff from UnleashThePhones.com, and here's a quick video review of the Sennheiser IE 60s. These are mid-range earphones meant for folks that really care about their audio quality and have a reasonably high-ish budget. Well, not high, mid-range. So Sennheiser is pretty well known for their reliable headsets, and the IE60s are just another one of them. You get this very cool little box right there. Just gonna zoom out so you can see it. That's quite large by earphone standards. You get this nifty little case here which can slide open for you to put the earphones in. You can also wrap the cord around here, which is very useful, and you have space for more ear tips, which makes it very handy to carry around. I'm just gonna keep that there. So yeah, in terms of design, I don't know. They seem pretty okay. They seem a little bit boring in terms of design, but you do get this nice little ear hook thing that you can use to put this around your earlobe, or you can just wear it normally if you prefer. I prefer with the ear hook, but you can just wear it normally too. The design is kind of okay. I'm not a big fan of all the gold trimming over here. I wish they had gone with silver maybe, but they're okay, I guess. They sit at an angle inside your ear, and it does matter. You will have to use a good ear tip to get a proper magic seal around your ears, because if you don't, it won't sound that great. But if you do get a good pair of there are, I think, 8 total ear tips inside the box, so you will have plenty of opportunity to mix and match and try to find one that fits you. But yeah, I think the design is a little tacky. I'm not too fond of the design. Apart from the design, there is nothing much to complain about this, because this is a pretty good pair of earphones. The overall design, like I said, a little tacky, but the earbuds aren't too large, and they're completely lined in rubber completely at this side, so they really stay in your ear. They don't slip off, and they're pretty secure. The rubber tips at the end of the earbuds sit somewhere towards the inner part of your ear canal, instead of being uncomfortably stuck in there. And if you get a good enough fit, the music is actually pretty good. Sennheiser has tried to reinforce parts that are delicate, like this part over here where the cable joins the earbud, so that they don't break off too easily. Even the right-angled connector cable has this bulky plastic attached to it, and the splitter too. Yeah, so I don't know. You also get this cool little clip thing, so you can hook it onto your jacket or whatever and remove it when you're done. Okay, so in terms of audio quality, you have a frequency response of 10 to 18,000 hertz and 12 ohm impedance. They're priced quite expensive. They're about $11,990 in India. It's about $215. Basically aimed at folks who have enough money and are looking for a good pair. Spoiler alert, I think they're pretty good. Not great, but pretty good. And for this price, you could get some better headsets maybe, but I don't know. They have a pretty powerful sound, and they have a typical Sennheiser-ish mid-range and forward bass. They perform well at low volumes, but if you crank it up, it's still gonna sound pretty okay, I guess. They have the same dynamic drivers as the IE80s, which are double the price. Of course, since these are mid-range, some compromises have to be made, and the bass is a little low in comparison to the IE80s. The bass is still pretty good. It's just not as great as what I've heard on the IE80s. The upper range also has, the upper mid-range, sorry, has a little bit of thickness to them. It's hard to explain, actually. Of course, music on these headphones sound pretty warm. If you're listening to something that has a certain emphasis on a part of this frequency spectrum, I don't know, it might sound a little busy, especially if it's a very complicated arrangement of instruments in a song. High-end details aren't that great, but again, that's if you compare it to the IE80, which is a lot more expensive. It does. One thing that's worth noting though is that it does take a little while to settle in. The first day that I wore these, I didn't think that much of them, but as I continued listening to music for I think at least a week, they did sound a lot better. Apart from that, the trebles are a little less refined than what I'm used to. It's a minor disappointment, but there is a focus in the mid-range, which means vocals are right there in front of a song and it's not diluted by the different layers of music. At the end of the day, you have a pretty good pair of accurate, natural sounding earphones with decent enough bass. Yeah, I think it's worth the price. I don't know. Check out our detailed review on unleashthephones.com for a better idea. And if you guys have any questions, do let me know in the comment section below.